Hello there, guys. Welcome back to the Stamford Voice. It is finally a here we go for Christopher Nkunku, Alejandro Garnacho to come next. Garnacho and Fermin López being prioritized over Xavi Simons, Nicolas Jackson to be allowed to leave on loan, and finally, Chelsea to be rewarded or awarded for winning it all. Now, let's get down into it. Now, the first story we want to talk about is the breaking Christopher Nkunku. Here we go to AC Milan. It is reported that Christopher Nkunku and AC Milan have agreed terms for a 5-year contract. Chelsea have agreed a fee in principle of around 42 million euros plus a sell-on clause to let Christopher Nkunku leave on a permanent deal. Now, let's hear what has been said about the here we go for Christopher Nkunku. Fabrizio Romano reports, exclusive, Christopher Nkunku to AC Milan, here we go. Deal verbally agreed in principle between the clubs. AC Milan and Chelsea are set to prepare documents today. Fee will be in the region of 35 million euros with add-ons. Nkunku said yes to 5-year contract yesterday as revealed. Now, this is confirmed. Christopher Nkunku will move to AC Milan tomorrow to do his medical. Chelsea will receive a fee around 35 million, and if you include the add-ons, Chelsea will get a fee of around 42 million for Christopher Nkunku to move to AC Milan. I think for Christopher Nkunku, this is a good move because AC Milan is a very good team. For Chelsea again, I also think it's a good deal, and the reason why I think this is a good deal is because Chelsea wanted a 50 million pound, not pound but euros. Chelsea wanted 50 million euros for Christopher Nkunku, and they are more likely to get 42 million euros. And the reason why I think it is a very good deal for Chelsea is because the fee is expected to increase in case AC Milan decide to sell Christopher Nkunku in future, because now when they sell Christopher Nkunku in future and Chelsea have a sell-on clause in the sale contract for Christopher Nkunku, it means that the transfer fee that Chelsea will in the long run receive for Christopher Nkunku is going to be higher than 42 million euros as reported. So basically, I think this was a good deal for all clubs, and I have to give a thumbs up for AC Milan because they always come for players. They came for Christian Pulisic, they came for Tomori, they came for Loftus-Cheek. At some point, they had Tammy Abraham. I think AC Milan should now become our brother in terms of these particular players. Now, we knew very well that Chelsea needed to move on Christopher Nkunku and Nicolas Jackson and maybe one other player for them to bring in new players. Yesterday and the day before, we reported the move for Kani Chukwuemeka to Borussia Dortmund on a permanent. So now we are going to move on Christopher Nkunku. What does that mean for the incomings? I think now the incomings, we should be able to get a here we go for one of the incomings, and here is what has been said. Ben Jacobs reports Chelsea expected to finalize a deal for Alejandro Garnacho following the 42 million euro sale of Christopher Nkunku to Milan. Agreement closed with Manchester United. Here is the thing. At the beginning, we thought that the priority attacking target for Chelsea was Xavi Simons. But as things are unfolding, it is becoming clearer and clearer that Alejandro Garnacho is in front of Xavi Simons in terms of the pecking order, because we expected now that, of course, you remember me mentioning the RB Leipzig conundrum yesterday, that RB Leipzig needed to buy Christopher Nkunku for us to buy Xavi Simons. But now that Christopher Nkunku has gone to another club, it is still a sale for Chelsea. So I expected them to go for Xavi Simons, but instead they are going forward for Alejandro Garnacho before Xavi Simons. So that means, in terms of the priority, Alejandro Garnacho is seemingly higher in the priority list for Chelsea before Xavi Simons, which is completely different from what we thought, because we have always thought, we have always believed that Xavi Simons is the priority and Alejandro Garnacho will come as, a nice flavor to the already made uh, broth. But it turns out that Alejandro Garnacho is on the priority now. There's some other piece of news that I want to bring up, and that is the story of Xavi Simons. So here is the update for Xavi Simons. Ben Jacobs. Xavi Simons is in London as he hopes to finalize a Premier League move. Spurs are in talks and considering a bid for Xavi Simons as wanted. Xavi Simons has wanted Chelsea all summer, and terms are in place. Both clubs active, with Leipzig hoping for 65 million euros. So now Tottenham have entered the race for Xavi Simons in a concrete manner. Tottenham want Xavi Simons, but obviously they want to avoid a bidding war with Chelsea. So what is coming out, because now we expected, if in any case we move Christopher Nkunku, we should go ahead and get Xavi Simons, but it is appearing that this is not the case. So that means then Xavi Simons can only be brought in after we have brought in Alejandro Garnacho. And there is a report I want to show you here. A report on Garnacho and Lopez. Now, Mr. Dom Smith says Chelsea are also working on a move for Fermin Lopez. Garnacho and Lopez are viewed as bigger priorities than the RB Leipzig midfielder Xavi Simons, who has emerged as a target for Tottenham. This is so confusing, and I'll tell you why this is so confusing. Because now Chelsea are linked with three attacking players, and that is Alejandro Garnacho, Fermin Lopez, and Xavi Simons. Now, the reports I am getting is that Chelsea are not going to get all the three of these players. So that means they'll get two of the three. And now, if it is reported that Alejandro Garnacho and Fermin Lopez are quite ahead of Xavi Simons in terms of priority, that means then the transfer target that we have been waiting for all along, and that is Xavi Simons, is unlikely to happen, because now Chelsea, if Chelsea will get two of the three, and Garnacho and Fermin Lopez are ahead in the pecking order for before Xavi Simons, that means they are going to bring in Alejandro Garnacho. As reported, they are almost close. Fabrizio Romano said, "Here we go is coming." So they will bring in Alejandro Garnacho and Fermin Lopez, and Xavi Simons could end up going to Tottenham as the interest has been reported. Now, as we are talking of outgoings, let us look at the Nicolas Jackson updates. So Fabrizio Romano said, breaking: Bayern want Nico Jackson deal done soon. Pushing like crazy now. Chelsea will only decide the best offer as soon as the Isaac saga finishes. I think Newcastle United are really joking, because we know very well if Isaac moves to Liverpool, Newcastle will need to replace the striker. And the market for strikers right now is quite cold, because the only top striker that is around the market right now is Nicolas Jackson. So we know very well if Newcastle sell Isaac to Liverpool, they will have money to buy Nicolas Jackson on a permanent. And that is why Chelsea is quite adamant and quite slow to agree a deal with Bayern Munich, because remember, Bayern Munich only want Nicolas Jackson on a loan. So Chelsea are waiting to see if Newcastle sell Isaac to Liverpool, then there's a possibility that Newcastle will buy Nicolas Jackson on a permanent move, and that is what Chelsea are waiting for. So we really hope that the Isaac situation can be put to bed early enough so that we know if Newcastle are going to pay the money for a permanent move for Nicolas Jackson, or Chelsea are going to agree on a loan with Bayern Munich. Now, as we end, I want to bring on a very exciting news that I have found here, reported by Kieran Gill. Now, Kieran Gill says, at tonight's Champions League draw, it will involve a special award being handed to Chelsea for winning it all after the Conference League completed their UEFA collection. Wow! So finally, Chelsea is going to be recognized officially as the only club that has won it all. Come on, you Blues. See you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and tell me what you think about the Here We Go for Christopher Nkunku. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.